Hey guys, this is Catherine from Oracle Intuitions. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. This is going to be your weekly reading for May 24th to the 31st, and we're going to be taking a look into the energies of the mind, body, and spirit, as well as relationships, with a closing message from the universe. Please remember that these are general readings, so they may not resonate with everyone, but I do suggest watching your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus readings as well to get a clearer picture of the week ahead. For those of you that would wish an in-depth reading, you can contact me through oracleintuitions.com or my Facebook and my Instagram pages at Oracle Intuitions, and all the links are below in the description box. Also, on Wednesdays at 6 o'clock p.m. Mountain Time, we do live readings here on my channel. So these are mini readings. And this is with my co-host Brandon Hauser, and we just provide as many readings as we can within the time period that we allot for that week. Also, on Sundays, we bring on live guests. So these are all people in the spiritual field, whether they're psychics or tarot readers, hypnotists. We had a witch. We have an amazing array of guests that come on. So make sure that you watch us at 2 o'clock p.m. Mountain Time on Sundays. Also, guys, remember, please click subscribe, please click like, and leave me a comment to let me know if this reading resonated with you. Thank you so much for watching, and let's get into your reading and have an amazing week ahead. Thank you so much. Hey Pisces, welcome to your weekly reading for May 24th to the 31st. We're taking a look into the energies of the mind, body, and spirit, as well as relationships, with a closing message from the universe. Please remember that these are general readings, so they may not resonate with everyone. But I also suggest that you take a look at your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs as well for a clearer picture throughout the week. All right, so let's see what's coming through for Pisces at this time. First card through is the Lovers. Second, this is for the mind. For the body, we have the Ten of Cups. And for spirit, we have the Hierophant. Holy. Okay, Pisces. Wow. All right, so here's the thing. So with the Lovers, okay, in the mindset, now this could be talking about making a decision. Okay, maybe you're choosing, in regards to two people. This also could have to do with making a decision. It doesn't need to do with relationships, but I do feel that, there is a spiritual relationship that is trying to come through at this time. Okay, now whether this is within a romantic sense or friends, family, co-workers, a sense of a deeper spiritual sense of yourself, whatever it is, or however it's relating to you. So we have this Lovers coming through. So this really talks about soul connections, okay? And this may be where your mind is really heading at this time. Maybe you've been, seriously thinking, are you making a decision about letting something go, moving towards it, hanging on to the energy, or perhaps hoping that a relationship will come to fruition. This even could be within a current situation where there's a deeper sense of this lover's energy, this deeper sense of that soul connection coming through. So then we have the Ten of Cups. So this is external. With what I pick up with this is it feels that for some of you, either something is going to present itself within that Ten of Cups nature. Now, it may not be immediately within the next week, okay, but it may start presenting itself, where you may have a deeper sense because of your mindset. You're allowing an energy to come forth. So the Ten of Cups really talks about a completion of happiness, okay? It could be lovers, it could be family, it could be whatever it is, but it is a true sense of happiness. It's that reaching that place of happiness. Again, it might even be within yourself. But then we also have the Hierophant. I mean, I am looking at this and saying, wow, Pisces, there might be a really deep relationship that is trying to head your way, especially with that Hierophant coming through within spirit. So the Hierophant really talks about spirit. It talks about allowing, that sense of that spiritual realm coming through. Sometimes it talks about a sense of tradition. Maybe it's talking about, it's basically saying connecting with like-minded individuals, and usually sometimes in a spiritual sense. Okay, so when I'm looking at this, it feels like there is this deep relationship that is trying to either present itself, or maybe it's deepening of a current relationship, whatever it is. Or it could even be, perhaps, if you're in this place of wanting a lover to come forth, this could be the week that they present themselves, or at least allowing yourself into this mindset is when that energy is going to start to open up to allow it to present itself, in the very near future. This is amazing energy. This is like the cards that almost everybody wants, when they come to you for a relationship reading. To pull those 3 cards, I'm like, yeah, you guys have a really good future together. Like, I mean, these are amazing cards. Now, again, if they're not relating to a relationship in some way, it very well could be talking about a deeper sense of, love for your job or career. Maybe you're feeling truly satisfied within that area of your life. Allowing, following your spiritual intuition is going to lead to that sense of completion. Okay, that completion of happiness in some sense. So let's get some clarification and see what is coming through. These are amazing and beautiful cards. So let's see with the Lovers. So it talks about trust. I feel like Spirit is saying trust at this time. Maybe you were in a place of feeling disappointment, or not receiving what you was that you were hoping for. Maybe you're looking at a situation in a more negative mindset. Spirit is asking you to trust that we're bringing this forth. Trust that this is coming forth for you. Okay, in whatever sense it is. Sometimes, maybe we need to let go of a preconceived notion that we have within ourselves in regards to a particular person. Maybe we need to let go of something, to allow something else in. But what I'm getting here for many of you, and again, it's not going to resonate with everyone, but what I am feeling, that the person that you were thinking about when you saw that Lovers card, the first person that you thought of in that sense of a romantic, or in a romantic sense, Spirit is asking you to trust. We also have nature. So for some of you, nature may have something to do with it. Maybe you are a nature fan or a nature buff, whatever it is. But I'm also getting here that maybe nature will bring the answers towards you. Okay, so this could be, maybe it's time to spend some more time outside, or go for a hike, or go for a walk, or do something that makes you happy within nature. That may not resonate with everybody, depending on your situation, where it is that you live, what's around you. But it's basically saying connect to the earth, ground. Okay, ground yourself at this time. Ground yourself in order so that you can have trust to bring forth this completion of happiness. And we also have the Pillar. So the Pillar is like strength. Okay, the pillars are, it's also like a gateway. Okay, a gateway to the spiritual realm. And that's what I keep getting when I'm looking at this. When I'm looking at this, it's saying really trust us. Go through, that gate. Those pillars are holding a lot of strength. Head into that spiritual realm. Trust Spirit at this time. This is what I keep receiving. It's like Spirit is bringing you messages, but you have to have that strength to walk through those pillars. You're the one that has to receive it. If you keep denying it in some way, or if you're in a negative mindset, due to some sort of circumstances that maybe you're not seeing at this time, Spirit is saying, trust us. Trust us, because we are trying to bring something forth. We are trying to bring you this sense of that happiness, this completion, this happy family, this happy environment. Okay, however that relates to you, that's what Spirit is trying to bring forth. So I feel like next week is going to be a very powerful week, but you have to maintain that sense of trust. All right. And if you're going to be in a place of self-sabotage or a negative mindset, it's going to be really hard to hear the messages that Spirit is trying to bring forth. And that's what they're doing. They're trying to bring forth a particular message of something that is going to give you that sense of happiness, however it relates to you and whatever aspect it is. So let's get some more clarification and see what is coming through. Remember to ground yourself, especially if you find yourself in a mindset that just keeps, going into more negative, connotations. All right. Look at your subconscious. What is your subconscious telling you? What is it that you need to ground? Allow yourself to ground. All right. To bring this forth. We have the lost compass, getting back to integrity. Sometimes we get into a negative mindset. We get into a place of blame. We get into a place of self-blame. We get into a blame of others. And this really isn't our most integral self. All right? I feel like Spirit is really asking you to trust because they're guiding you. Okay? This even may have to do with, losing our boundaries or letting go of our boundaries. And they're asking you to maintain your boundaries, continue to come from a place of integrity. All right, because integrity or boundaries to some degree is also a place of trust. Sometimes we release our boundaries because we feel that that's going to draw something in, especially when it comes to relationships. It's like we'll say to ourselves, well, maybe if I just do this, they'll love me more, or they'll like me more, or this will bring, in a sense of relationship. But what Spirit is actually asking of you is the opposite. Don't let down your boundaries. Stay within your own sense of integrity. This is going to be very important. All right. If something isn't feeling good, or you don't feel good about doing something, or, allowing something to happen, that in itself is going to bring forth that happiness, right? Because it's going to help release those that no longer serve us, or help us, find that true happiness. But it also brings us to a different place. It shifts the energy. Going into a place of integrity shifts energy because you're coming from your authentic self. The fates. Oh my God. I cannot make this up, guys. Look at this. Skywriting. It says the fates. It feels as though Spirit is trying to tell you, there is a soul connection that is trying to come through in some form. And this is fated. But again, if you stay in that place where you're not trusting Spirit, you're not trusting, your higher self, it's going to be very hard to hear those messages. I feel like this is the time to truly let go and surrender. Okay? When we have that nature, what does nature do? It surrenders. A tree doesn't think about growing, right? It doesn't think about expanding. A tree just grows. Okay, it surrenders to nature. I feel like even going out into nature will help ground. It will help ground you. It'll help give you a different perspective upon things. And it talks about the mindful, so a group think. So this, okay. You know what I'm getting with this is stop trusting energies that aren't resonating with you. I feel like for some of you, you may have gotten yourself into a place of a more negative mindset simply because of the fact that you're not listening to Spirit. I feel like you have been getting really good messages in regards to Spirit, but because you're not trusting and you're going to other energies, or, it could be like this, okay? And I'm just going to give a general example. Sometimes we trust ourselves, okay? And we know what a relationship is supposed to be. We have that feeling. We know why we have that love, or we know why we have, these particular feelings that keep coming through. And because they're not in the norm of what others see or can't understand, we may listen to them and they may be more negative. They might be saying, look, let him go. He's not right for you. She's this, he's that, whatever it is. Those can really bring about a sense of being defeated, right? And again, Spirit is saying you're not listening to us when you're listening to this group think. Your mind is too full. Your mind is too full of garbage to listen to the messages of spirit, because we're trying to bring through something that is absolutely beautiful, something that is absolutely amazing. But if you keep going back into this negative mindset or this energy, that means that you're not trusting us. Can't make that any more clear. All right. So that is what I am getting to initially open this reading. So now we're going to take a look into relationships specifically and see what is coming through for you at this time, Pisces. Again, I truly feel like, you know, if you're going to several different people and you're not trusting your own self, or you're not trusting the messages that are trying to come in through spirit, you're really, it's really just a sense of self-sabotage, right? Just because somebody else has a different agenda for you. And that is usually what happens, is that when we're going to, you know, different people, and especially, you know, several different people asking for advice or asking about this or asking about that, it's because we're not trusting. We're not trusting spirit. If you're having those feelings or those thoughts and that deep love towards something or someone, but you're not listening to, you know, the energies that you're hearing or to spirit, right? And you keep asking other people, how are you trusting? How are you trusting spirit? How are you trusting the guidance that's trying to come in for you at that time? You're not, right? So let's take a look into relationships in general. Yeah, we have stabbed in the back. I feel like some of you feel like that. Heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, shocking attack. So some of you might be in that energy of, I was stabbed in the back. This is how I feel. I was stabbed in the back. You know, there's heartbreak, there's pain. I'm just hanging on to this energy. You know, it's not moving forward. I feel defeated. And then we have the mask, not showing true feelings, hide personality, pretend, delude, and gaslighting. So this could be you. It could be somebody else. Again, I feel like for some of you, you feel like this has happened. And again, we have spirit coming through and saying, hey, look, you're not trusting us. If you're in this energy of believing all of this, all right, how are you trusting? Maybe it did happen. Okay, here's the thing. Maybe that did happen. Maybe that relationship just wasn't for you and there's something else or something more beautiful that's coming through. But again, you have to release it. You have to trust it, and you have to listen to spirit. Just because things aren't being shown on the surface doesn't always mean that it's not happening. Spirit works under the surface many, many times, and all of a sudden, just boom, something will change immediately and fast. And again, we have the coffin. You might be in this place of being like, oh, okay, I just know it's done. I just know it's over. I'm just going to sabotage everything. Like, I'm basically sabotaging my mindset. Let's talk about endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, and transition. So these are really some interesting energies. It's funny because it goes from this truly positive to almost this mindset of being in this negative place. And that's why I kept feeling like, you know, if you're getting advice from people, especially, or you're allowing these negative thoughts from others or somebody else's, you know, agenda to come through, you're not allowing what is truly supposed to be coming in for you. Okay, really, this is coming from a place of a lack of integrity, and spirit is asking you to come into a place of integrity. Being in a negative mindset or looking at things in this negative manner isn't a place of integrity. Now, I mean, if somebody truly did something, you know, to hurt you, that's a different story, right? I mean, truly did something. Or is this your mindset? Did they really do something to hurt you on purpose? Or is this your perception of what happened? And I feel like this is where nature, or where spirit is asking you to, you know, go into nature, ground your energy, start looking at things in perhaps a different perspective, but also trust spirit, because spirit is saying, look at, there is something, there's that sense of happiness, that 10 of Cups energy. This is trying to come through. We've been trying to bring it to you, but if you keep spiraling into this negative mindset, it can't come. If you're here, how does this show up? If this is your mindset, how does this appear? So This is what I keep getting from Spirit, okay? And again, you know, take it as it resonates for you guys at this time, but that's what I keep feeling. So let's take a look and get some clarification from Spirit in regards to these messages and see what's happening, all right? So Spirit, messages for Pisces for May 24th to the 31st. What is coming through? All right. Look at this patience. Can't make this up, guys. Just because you're not seeing the results of something, if you put a wish out there, or if there was something that you've been trying to manifest, especially in the relationship department, or, you know, whatever, again, whatever aspect it is, maybe, you know, you're kind of stabbing yourself in the back by not having the patience. All right. Things can't sometimes happen overnight. Maybe there's growth that needs to happen within a particular person, or maybe even within yourself. Maybe there's lessons that need to be learned. Maybe there's things that need to be released. But again, Spirit was asking you to trust and to have that patience. We also have the paradox. So in the paradox, it's like things that you don't see everything. They're not going to show you everything, okay? They can't show you everything. It's in the paradox. Allow it to be formed. Allow it to come to the surface. Allow it to reveal itself. But right now, maybe there's things that you're not meant to see, okay, at this time. But again, you have to have that trust. And we have the observer. So I feel like for some of you, basically what Spirit is saying, look at, sit back, observe your emotions. Again, ground yourself. Get into a place of strength. Get into a place of trust. Allow Spirit to come through and give you the messages that, you know, are needed for you at this time, right? Look at that. The trust. We have the Hierophant. We have the Fates. I mean, Spirit is trying to bring something through. But if you keep pushing it away, if you don't have the patience for it, allow yourself, when you head out into nature, or you find a way to ground yourself, be just the observer, okay? You don't need to be in a place where you're absorbing every emotion, okay? Sometimes it's a matter of allowing the emotion to come in and just releasing it. It doesn't mean hang on to it, especially if it's in a more negative mindset, okay? And really take a look, because is it you that's wearing the mask, or is it somebody else that's wearing the mask, okay? If you're not in a place of showing your true feelings or allowing yourself to be honest and open in regards to a relationship, okay? It doesn't need to be immediately, but, you know, if you're in this place of being scared of saying what it is that you want to say, or, you know, being your true authentic self, you are also wearing a mask. It might not be just another person. It might be you as well. And if you're in a negative, you know, mindset, it's really you that is stabbing yourself in the back. You're not allowing a true sense of a rebirth to come in. So when we have that coffin, remember, endings bring in new beginnings. When you end a certain mindset as well, we bring in a new beginning of another one, all right? It's growth, change, transition. You're allowing a transition to happen, even if it's in a relationship that you thought that maybe Spirit wasn't bringing forth to you, okay? Allow yourself to be open. Allow yourself to receive. And this is what I get. So let's get a closing message from the universe to end off this reading. Let's see what is coming through. These are going to be extra messages from Spirit in regards to perhaps what they had just told you, or even perhaps towards another direction. We're just going to see. All right, closing messages for Pisces for May 24th to the 31st. And again, Pisces, please allow yourself to be in a positive mind frame. Allow yourself to trust Spirit at this time. I really, truly feel that Spirit is trying to bring something absolutely amazing towards you. But you can't be in this negative mindset in order to release it, okay? Allow yourself to let go and release and take off that mask, okay? Whether that mask is for your emotions, or maybe it's perhaps, just for not seeing the truth, okay? The crossing, the initiation, and we have deep dive, diving into a task. This is interesting. So I feel like that deep dive, the deep diver is really going into, this is watery energy. Where do we go, right? It's our emotions. Go into a deep dive of our true emotions, not just the surface emotions. It's like basically saying, allow yourself to release those negative thoughts, those thoughts that are sabotaging us for that true happiness that wants to come through. And it's also talking about the crossing. So the initiation, it's kind of like the death card in some way. It's like a transition. You're going from one side to the next. Allow that crossing to happen. Allow yourself to cross that bridge into something that is going to be amazing for you. Okay. But again, getting into these spirals, getting into these negative mindsets, that's only going to keep you back. It's not going to allow you to cross that bridge into something that is going to be truly beautiful. So I hope that that's helped, Pisces. I hope that gave you some sense of clarity. I hope it gave you a sense of what to look for in the next week or so. Allow these energies to really transmute, okay, over the next week or so. Get into that positive mindset, or allow yourself to just receive the messages that Spirit is trying to bring through for you at this moment. I hope that this resonated with you. Please click like, please subscribe to my channel, comment below if this message did resonate with you. And don't forget our live shows on Sundays at 2:00 p.m. and on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Thank you so much. Have a very blessed week. Take care.